Welcome. Yes, I know it's loud. It's called PC Capture. Welcome everybody to the. I get the other failed joke I could have said is yes, hype. That's the sound of progress.
it's the sound of Contraption Maker.
Now,
yes.
Let's go practice contraptions.
So yes, let's go practice engineering. So, first off, to get this out of the way, so Contraption Maker, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like Marble It Up. In the sense of you had a game that was pretty well liked, pretty well enjoyed, kind of niche, and nuts. That's why I need this guy, because then I can rotate him so that I can have it bounce into the box.
Yeah, there you go.
Like so.
And here. So with Marble It Up, of course, came Marble It Up, of course, came from the devs of an old game on Xbox 360 called Marble Blast Ultra. And the Contraption Maker devs are actually those who worked on a very, very old MS-DOS game series called The Incredible Machine. Like, we're talking like the early 90s.
I mean, this essentially does look like straight up Incredible Machine.
Oh, absolutely. If you were to like put them side by side, it is nearly identical. They just wanted to make a modern version of the Incredible Machine with new puzzles. Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, welcome to our Goldberg, the game.
I mean, that's it. That is exactly the nature of this game, of this franchise, I guess, at this rate. Because yes, I definitely consider this to be a successor to the Incredible Machine. The mice will always go towards the cheese when it sees it, and will always run away from the cat.
Oh dear!
Into the house.
And the cat's like, oh, there goes dinner.
Helped Tim knock down his brother's Tom's house. There's Tom. So we gotta go help him knock down his brother's house. So the other fun thing is
we
that
gotta help him commit property damage.
Fortunately, there's a little symmetry thing that I can hang on. Rotate the. I'll flip the rotation, that way it spins the conveyor belt the other direction.
There you go.
So anyway, and of course there's a little symmetry to help me prepare that.
Don't.
My house!
Dude, I just finished paying off the mortgages.
Tom is pretty upset at Tim, so now Tom wants to crush Tim's domino house. Gosh dang it, Tom and Tim.
Is this game
fools.
just gonna be like the continued escalation of this brotherly feud?
I would love that, especially considering that I've seen things like, especially since I've seen everything from like zombies to lasers to like heavy artillery in this game. I wish, but no, they honestly, as you've already imagined, that should do it. As you've already imagined, the whole text is completely superfluous. It's just, oh no.
Okay, you can scroll down a little further.
I just need to make this a little bit further that it doesn't roll off. Anyway, it's just flavor text. It's just, fun, setup for all these puzzles. And there we go. I also screw you, Tim.
Double damage.
I also like the music. It's fun little music. It just kind of scrolls into each little stage. So anyway, I've kind of had my whole little thing there. As you're already aware, I'm really not taking a whole lot of time explaining this. I actually had two takes of this look at. The first look at I did was me saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna do the tutorial, nothing too big," and the tutorial took like 30 minutes because each stage, they literally have an entire stage for every single piece of like contraption that you can have, which as you're seeing here, there are a lot of different pieces. There's generators, there's wind-up starters, candles, timers, there's a whole lot. So realizing that you watching me try and learn the mechanics for 30 minutes wasn't going to be that entertaining, I thought I may as well just show what the actual puzzles of this game are like. So they're very here, I can also fast forward time.
Hey boy.
And the scissors will hopefully not snip his puppy ears. Aha!
Okay, good.
Close enough. Yeah, they're just very simple. These are very simple puzzles. I believe this game is available on PC. I know that because I recorded it. I don't know why I sounded so unsure of myself.
The mouse is clearly there. It looks very PC-esque.
Yeah.
I wonder what other consoles. Yeah, okay, so it's only available on Steam as far as I've. And on Humble Bundle, but yeah, it's only available on PC. Even though I feel like this could work. This honestly, I could see this working on like iOS devices.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
anything with a touchscreen.
It looks like it's made for mobile.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like, not gonna mince words here, but like a lot of the production values here do look very mobile-esque.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fair, though. I still think there's definitely something here. Again, it's the same thing with Marble It Up, with Marble Blast Ultra and all that. Same with that. If you enjoy Incredible Machine.
Wow.
Well, again, it was just balancing out so nothing fell on him. But yeah, if you enjoyed Incredible Machine, I definitely think give this a shot. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this so far?
Well, I will say that, like, you know, our catty remarks about the presentation notwithstanding, I can see where some of the entertainment value of this from. You know, basically, like, puzzle games like this, I could definitely see people getting a lot of mileage out of. It's just that, you know, that notwithstanding, it's really hard for me to shake off the notion of that this feels like something I would see on a Flash Games website in, like, the mid-2000s.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, again, that's not to say that it's bad, it's just that it's kind of hard to shake the fact that it looks somewhat... I'm not quite sure if dated's the right word I'd say, but it looks... Yeah, I guess that's a better word.
Okay, can I just say, not at all against you, can I just say that, like, I miss those old eras, that old era of gaming where you could just find really cool Flash games online for free.
Yeah.
Except now that entire era of gaming has become indie games and Kickstarters that may or may not ever like be funded or may or may not ever actually fulfill the promises their Kickstarters start out.
You know, I can't say I blame you entirely because there are some gems in there. I mean, heck, it's because of that era of gaming where I discovered the Fancy Pants Man Adventures, which, you know, I think that's something I want to do for the channel. Look at the first two games, and I would do 3, but I think 3 is.
Oh god, that dog ate that bone whole.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I was about to say, I don't know if 3's either been made or if it is, but it's that console version, so that means I'd have to buy it and be able to record for that. But I think I can, at the very least, do a look at the first 2 games.
Okay. So, but yeah, that's it. It's just, I just miss that era of gaming and the fact that there's stuff like this still.
I mean, we still got nice. Flash games to an extent. But honestly, it's pretty...
Nice.
Whoa! Not bad.
Ah! Got a Flash game, dude. That probably actually has already been done. So,
I'm sure.
Moving on.
But yeah, no, like, I'm sure there's still Flash games, like, out there. It's just that they're also probably laced with a shit ton of malware.
That is also true.
Yeah, that's true.
And in fact, honestly, now that I think about it, that's that's probably a good reason why that era's kind of, like, gone extinct because of that.
Fair.
Kind of,
Let's see what else.
I still think back to the good old days when the best PC experience out there was the ultimate Sonic Flash game.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
that thing. Like that or let's see. I already mentioned Fancy Pants Man. I know that there was another one that, well, I guess to a certain extent, the very first Smash Flash.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are good. I remember playing a bunch of old Flash games I enjoyed. Grow Island, that's a fun one. I enjoy. There was this block.
Did you just throw that freaking?
It's a bouncy ball.
Oh, it's a bouncy ball. For a moment, I thought it was a bowling ball.
But still, I'm still concerned about the fact that on that first attempt, it looked like it witched right up the pup's pooper.
No. I'm more just that. Ouch! Dang it! I almost right there when he threw it at the generator, I almost thought it was gonna be this hilarious thing where he throws it, bounces off the generator, whacks him in the head, and he just falls flat on his back.
Also, real talk. Either the owner has to be a complete midget, or his animal, or his pets are freaking huge.
They are massive. So real quick, getting some more factoids out here at the moment about the game. There are right now it is available for $10 on Steam. He was not ready for this. He was not ready for the big stage. Anyway, so this is it's available for about $10. It advertised as having over 200 of these kind of puzzles.
Huh.
Wow.
and it also is compatible with the Steam Workshop. So basically, it allows for people to make their own custom puzzles for you to solve.
Oh boy, think of how very technical those have to be.
It also allows for JavaScript modding, so you can add custom items and custom game modes, and so definitely, as the name suggests, it's definitely it's definitely marketing itself on the value of customization and replayability.
Which is good. Oh, just barely off.
Move to the right. There we go.
I mean, honestly,
And
it's
fire.
so funny to me to think back, because, with the Incredible Machine and all that, it's, the most I can immediately remember from it is how it spawned a very out-of-the-way spin-off for the Ghosts and Goblins series.
Oh, was that freaking...
Yeah, that was pretty much Capcom's updated version of the Incredible Machine, which they pretty much replaced all the characters and whatnot with Ghosts and Goblins assets.
That's kind of ridiculous, but awesome at the same time.
It's odd that it's Ghosts and Goblins evolved, because I figured something like this would be better suited for, say, Mega Man or something.
Yeah, Mega Man. I could absolutely see this if this was Dr. Light's experiments or something like that. I don't know.
Or maybe it could be
or it could actually. Oh wow, maybe it could be something like maybe it could be Dr. Wily's experiments, and the whole format is that it's you as Dr. Wily trying to design a level that would stop Mega Man, but the whole joke is that whoa! Oh, they're all dead. But the joke would be that every level you make, the idea is that you actually make it so that you get to watch as Mega Man easily completes it, and Wily just gets more and more angry, realizing that nothing he invents would be able to stop him.
You know what? Now that you say that, I have this idea of because Mario Maker is obviously a big success. I know someone tried to do a Zelda Maker, but that ended up not going too well. I have this idea. Whoa, okay, that's a fan down there. I have this idea of what if they make a Mega Man Maker, and the campaign is Wily trying to make his own various Wily castles and whatnot.
Yeah, give it time. For the longest time, we always had Mega Man Powered Up, which had that very extensive stage builder, and we almost got an expansion of that in the form of Mega Man Universe until that fell through.
Oh yeah, that.
I also just now realized, holy crap, that was the Ghosts and Goblins with the freaking cartoony art style.
That was Universe. You know what? It's kind of funny. We make a big fuss about Legends 3, and that is still a shame. I'm surprised that well, not that I feel bad that it overshadows it, because Legends 3 would have been nice, but a lot of people forget about Mega Man Universe being a thing, and that looked pretty promising in and of itself too.
I know. Same with that Crash game.
Oh, Crash Landed? Yeah, that is honestly such a fascinating development, just from all I've seen of it.
Yeah. I think the only thing that was weird with Mega Man Universe is that all the art style for everything looked really odd.
Yeah, it was a very unorthodox art style, and
the game was almost about to canonically acknowledge painting Mega Man.
Oh, bad box art Mega Man. Well, to be fair, Capcom's never been shy about that. Lest we forget how Mega Man was represented in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah. Thank goodness that. Yeah.
Oh, that totally wasn't badly timed at all.
Oh yeah, because that was right around the time Mega Man was having his hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone was all excited, and it's oh, great. What else was there? There was wasn't there going to be has the Mega Man comics ever acknowledged him?
Bad box art Mega Man, they do in those short circuits, kind of like those little gag strips at the end of each issue. In fact, I think he actually appeared in the very first one.
Oh really? How did that happen? What did he do?
Basically, you know how in the first issue, it was based on the moment where Wily announces that, obey my commands or else the Robot Masters will destroy everything, and Rock's volunteering himself to be Mega Man. In the gag strip, when they revealed what they turned Rock into, he turned into Bad Boxer Mega Man.
we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
That is one thing
don't
that
want to spend a lot of money.
that is one thing I do find humorous
there's
about.
some red
Like,
herring parts there. Sometimes the game will give you more parts than you actually need, and thus you don't wanna. You want to be able to. You have to be actually clever. It's not always going to be a case of, oh, I have to use these things to succeed.
right? But anyway, what's kind of funny is about the short circuits, kind of not dissimilar to the off panels from the later Archie Sonic issues. The short circuits really weren't shy about referencing a lot of things. Like, I remember one in particular, I forget which issue it was attached to, where they actually acknowledged the line people from the Ruby Spears cartoon.
Oh.
And of course, there's always the oh-so in glamorous times they bring up Brock still stuck on the moon.
Oh yeah, because in the final issue they have like the short circuit for that is like everyone singing "We'll Meet Again," and like everyone like all the Robot Masters, all the Archie exclusive characters, even all of the versions of Mega Man from all the bad box arts, and even like from various universes like Ruby Spears and whatnot. And it ends with Volnut on the moon going, 22 years and I'm still stuck on this darn moon.
No, so everybody was invited except for Volnut.
Well, it's like because they didn't know how to get in touch with him.
Jeez, his invitation got lost in the mail. I don't know what happened. They
could have sent it to him on a rocket, but wait a minute.
How do you think Volnut's able to sustain himself on the moon?
Well, he is a robot.
Robots still need fuel.
Well, that's the thing. That was supposed to be part of the suspense. Was that sure he was up there with what are essentially
happy birthday to me.
Hey. I mean, yes. Oh, I guess Steve's the alligator down there in the lower right.
Hi, guys.
But he has to blow the cake out on his candle, and since he is but an alligator, he has to use a very unconventional means of doing it via soccer ball.
It's like, now, talking about alligators and going back to Mega Man, that's still one of my favorite weird jokes from Fully Charged when they, Dive Man, I think, when he sees Rush, it's like, it reminds me of my own pet, an alligator I found in the sewers. I named him Alligator.
Then the plot twist is that it was a crocodile all along. So
you know what? Like, there is a part of me that wouldn't mind setting the time aside to watch that just to see what is.
Oh, Cartoon Network! Why'd you have to do that show dirty?
Yeah.
Wait. So what? How bad was it? What? So I remember something.
It suffered. I was about to say, basically, it was suffering the same treatment that every cartoon that wasn't Teen Titans Go was having at the time.
As in zero content. Wow.
Like,
because I know that.
Well, first of all, it was put on the graveyard time slot.
Jeez.
And as far as I'm concerned, it has not been renewed for a second season. And they recently, Jack Pacific has gone on saying that they will not be making any more toys for the brand.
That usually means a series ender.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that at this point that Fully Charged has been spent.
It's just, and that's the sad part, is that looking at it didn't look too. Well, I guess my.
And from what I also heard, the show ended on a cliffhanger because always.
It would not be
Mega
Man if it didn't.
I was about to say, what is it with Mega Man and cliffhangers, man? We're lucky that we're at a point where classic Mega Man has no cliffhangers.
Yet, that's the cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger is we never did figure out if they were able to get the time speed gear out of Auto.
The cliffhanger is, will there ever be a cliffhanger? What day will it be? Anyway,
hang on this cliff much longer.
Oh, that's a classic. Much longer. But anyway, it's this thing of like, I don't know. It's like I remember liking the show's designs. I remembered my only real point of contention being I don't know why he needed a little, like, I didn't know why they pulled a medieval
resurrection.
Yeah, I don't know why they pulled a medieval resurrection with a sharp-witted, snappy, sarcastic character living in the main character's head.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like that either initially, but I mean, Mini-Me could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's mostly harmless.
Well, it was like it just seemed unnecessary. Like
Yeah,
I don't-
because
we
you
don't
already
need,
have
like-
the new sister character, and well, they're still
Oh,
obviously
the not roll.
yeah, the not roll.
Well, that and you don't need a character to help Mega Man do. You don't need a character to help Mega Man.
Honestly,
turn
the
Mega.
way I think about it, just in terms of its
Nuts.
ideas and what all it did, basically it's Thank Ghostly Adventures only with better execution.
And less juvenile writing.
That is fair. That is fair.
And I will admit, like I do still think it's amusing, like all the actors they pulled for that show. Like, didn't you say that Dr. Light in that show was used to be Grounder?
Oh yeah, Gary Chuck, the guy that voiced Grounder in AOSTH, and went on to voice Eggman in Underground of all things. Voices Dr. Light, and I'm not gonna lie, I think he's one of my favorite actors for Dr. Light. I think he plays him really well.
And to hit a little closer to home,
There we
one of Mega Man's friends in that game, who essentially is Dr. Wily in anything but character.
And he's voiced, Bert Wiley. It's like, and he's voiced by, of all people, the same guy that voices Mega Man in Powered Up.
Huh. There we go. So I just made it through the Easy Does It chapter, and I was now actually the earlier I was moving into the piece of cake levels. But yeah, there's a lot of packs, and yeah, after we had a little expounding there, so yeah, that is Contraption Maker.
Yeah,
So
I'm terribly
look at
sorry.
it.
We pretty much flooded
No,
it with nothing but Mega Man tangents for the last.
No, it's
better
fine.
half
We
of
were
it.
talking about other.
No,
we were
it's
talking about- we were
fine.
talking about other
Honestly,
stuff.
honestly, not to belittle the game that Logan showed off, a part of me does like it when we have these kind of look-ats where we can just talk about anything we want, even if it doesn't have a devil damn thing to do with the game.
And I was gonna
That's fair.
say, that's kind of the point. I do not look at the game and think it's like super engaging in the sense of like, oh, there's a lot of action, there's stuff gluing your eyes to the screen. It's definitely the kind of chill out. If you got like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, if you have like some time and you want to do some puzzles, I feel like it's that kind of game. It's like a tinkering game. If you like playing with Legos, like playing with Connects and all that other stuff, I feel like it's I feel like it kind of scratches that part of your brain, I guess.
I can understand that.
So yeah, that was my little look at of Contraption Maker. Just a cute little game that, again, I with Marble It Up, with Contraption Maker, I like it when devs are able to continue doing something that they enjoy and they don't have to... at one point, you could consider it to be like their typecast. At another point, it's that they're just very passionate about that genre and that style of games. And I'm happy to see that there's still an audience for that style of game. Now, that being said, if anybody wants to do something for Bookworm, because I haven't heard anything about that in ages.
Yeah, that's a name
Specifically,
I haven't heard in a long time.
Specifically, their RPG stuff, because that was actually kind of silly and fun at the same time. I'd be down for that. Call me. I'll post. I'm not gonna leave my number. You already know me. If you want to call me, okay. I'll see you guys.
Till next time, guys.
Join us when we do our commentary of Sonic Ultimate Flash.